What's up, everybody? The Godfather of YouTube is here to wish everybody a happy New Year's. I'm not going out. I'm over it. Let's go ahead and just start the next year. That's how I feel right now. But I hope if you guys are partying, y'all all being safe right now. But if y'all just want to chill and rock the new year with your boy AT2, well, thank you for being here. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it, y'all. We live, baby. What's up, everybody? And welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And today is a special Happy New Year. I was going to say Happy New Year anniversary. It's somebody anniversary, somebody birthday, somebody out there celebrating. So shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to Crash Out. Yes, you made it live. This is live. We are live. What's up, Lori? Yes, I know you've been here since the beginning. Shout out to everybody in Canada. What's up, Destiny? Nice to see you. What's up, Nina? Who else we got here? I like seeing all the green. What's up, Kay? How you doing? Happy New Year. It's not 9 o'clock yet, so it hasn't hit New Year yet for the East Coast. So we'll welcome that in. I already got my shot lined up. I don't know if I'm gonna be here to the West Coast, but at least we'll make it to the East Coast and then maybe Central Time. But I don't know if I'm gonna be, but all across the world, they already started. What's up, Ray? How you doing? Where your membership at? What's up, Ray? You staying in the house too? Yeah, I'm just all like, yeah, I'm just staying in the house, like, because I was gonna go to the Valley, right? But I was all like, I don't want to go to the Valley, and then I just feel like I would have got caught up in some shit. What's up, Amber? How you doing? Who else we got here? What's up, J20? Nice to see you. What's up, Denitria? Thank you for holding it down for the mods. What's up, Shakira? Thank you for being here. Who else we got here? Just Hope. Ariel. What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How do you give people memberships? Are you on the iPhone or are you on the or do you have an Android? Or are you on your computer? If you're on your computer or on an Android, you hit the $sign like you're going to send a Cash App, and you can join from there. If not, then I got to send you the link. Yes, Happy New Year, Chanel. iPhone. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the link before I start. If Denitra beats me to it, just let me know. I'm going to get that link for you real quick before we start the show. Yeah, because we're going to be here for a minute anyway, because Royce goes to a lot, but the first 10 minutes, she already starts out with a bang. So I just want to let y'all know that. Thank you, Denitria. Got you. Thank you, Denitria. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, Royce already starts out the show with a bang because she gets basically right on into it after she finished brushing her teeth. But it's from Instagram, so she has this whole separate account. Thank you, Peaches. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker. She has this whole separate account called something about like Superman or something. Hold on, let me get the exact name because I just follow her regular account because she posts both things on both accounts. But she's been doing this expose on Dwight Howard. Now, what she is stating is that Dwight Howard is still messing with her and her son. And so this is her way of getting her quote unquote revenge. Because as you guys know, Dwight Howard is now engaged to Amy. I think it's Luciana. She's like a rapper, right? She was one of those who got into it with Cardi B because she claimed like to be a part of like this writing session for Cardi B. And so basically she was saying that she wrote for Cardi B. But Cardi B came out and was like, that ain't true. This girl lying and she clout chasing. But she also been featured on Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that this is probably a storyline to get on, so to secure her spot on Love and Hip Hop. But this is Royce. This is not the Amy Luciana girl. This is not her. So anyway, Royce claims that this is not any kind of revenge plot and she's not jealous because he's engaged or anything like that. It's because he's still messing with her. And so she's going to put him on blast. That's her whole shtick. I'm going to put his ass on blast. And the name of the channel of the expose is I Had a Baby by Superman. She referenced him as Superman. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. Let me pull it up. And I'm playing this from Instagram, so I don't have to do the whole fair use, all that. But let me just say it just in case. Here we go. Oh, and for those of you who don't know who Royce Reed is, she was on Basketball Wives. What's up, Teresa? What's up, Winnie? Happy New Year. She was on Basketball Wives in the beginning seasons, and she basically could not talk about Dwight Howard being her baby daddy. She couldn't talk about it at all.
The child that was born 6 months, not even after his first daughter. Yeah, all the kids that were kept secrets. Anyways, there's going to be a birthday party today, and it's going to have his family and, not friends of this child, because the child lives in Canada. But
happy anniversary, Teresa.
There's going to be this huge birthday party. It's going to probably be at his house. He's going to post a bunch of pictures. He's going to have a PR person and a photographer who is going to go around and videotape all these decorations. Okay. And every photo, every video is going to be of, the child smiling and being so happy. There's going to probably be a karaoke video of some sort. There's going to be a lot of hugging and a lot of smiling, a lot of this. It's going to be a whole lot of that. That's what's going to happen today. Why? Because everything is now coming out. All right.
So she's claiming that there's going to be a PR stunt. Basically, it's his second daughter's birthday. Well, I think it was yesterday she did this. Yeah. No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And basically, this is going to be a PR stunt to show that he's a great father. This is what she said before she get into the story, y'all.
So I just want y'all to be prepared. It is definitely a PR stunt. The other daughter that was basically stolen from her mother.
This is the live
is there. She was just dropped off late last night, I believe, because she loves her sister. She loves her siblings. I'm not about the okie doke. I'm not about the PR stunts. I'm not about any of that. I've never been about it. Why? Because I majored in basically entertainment, theater education, and humanities. Humanities was probably the best thing I could have taken because I learned a lot about psychology. So when people are pushed up against the wall, especially when you're an entertainer, what you have to do is you have to put out PR stunts. You have to have a PR team. So when things come out about you that are bad and you're an elephant fighting an ant, it's easy to shut me up. It's easy to make the world go around and say, oh my God, she is just jealous because he's engaged now. Are y'all serious? Y'all really, there's no way that some of y'all really think that. But if you do, that means because you will eat, sleep, shit that person, which is not fine. But if that's your life, then so be it. But for me, I'm about truth. And I'm about being shut up for over 17 years. And I say over 17 years because my child is 17, but I was pregnant, right? And then we go back from that and we talk about when we were dating. Regardless of age, we dated for 3.5 years. Okay. And even though I was 5 years older than him, that shit happens. She was 24, he was 18, 19. Myself. And I think people miss that because when they hear 24, they think about themselves when they were 24. But let's give some context. When I was 24, I had only had one sexual partner consensually. Okay. I was raped in my virginity. So I was not
Mm.
experienced in all of that at all. I didn't really know about different positions. I didn't know about different like things that happen during intercourse. I was just as green as I thought he was. I was told that, he had just recently lost his virginity. We had these deep ass conversations. All right. And I felt like he enjoyed the same things that I did. We enjoyed being goofy. We enjoyed being silly. We were both immature together. Okay. I enjoyed going to theme parks. Like, this is stuff that we were doing, playing hide and go seek in his.
Okay, so I want to pause that part. That's unfortunate what happened to her, that she was taken advantage of. I don't want to say the word because, the algorithm. But that's very unfortunate. But I also want to say this too. In some of her, now she officially has 8 parts out. I believe in the first or second part, she mentions that Dwight Howard had her doing certain things and she thought it was normal, but found out later with more experience that it wasn't normal. Now, here's the thing with that. I'm going to go ahead and put me big on the screen because a few things. What I have learned through my 36 years of life is that what might be weird to you is fine with someone else. So as long as it's consensual and legal, like, what do you mean by that? And I think she kind of alludes to all the things that he had me doing. I thought it was normal, and this now I can see why, he likes men as well. I think that's why she brings that up a lot. Now, she never goes into detail like what exactly was like the weird or strange things, but I think that's more or less what she's alluding to and why she's saying like, "Oh yeah, I know." Now, use your imagination. You could probably imagine what, he probably had her doing and think it was, but I don't know. Laugh out loud. There you go. She's looking for money because her daughter is 17 and about to turn 18. My question is not that you're coming with what is it good to her unless she wants a come up. Now, I will say this: she does explain why she's coming out and speaking on it, and it's her son. She got a son with him. Let me go ahead and pull this back up. All right, let's get back into it. And do I think that this is kind of like for attention? Yeah, I think it's for attention. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right, Blessing. And please go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get back into it.
Townhouse and then house. This is the stuff that we did. We were just immature together. All right. But as time went on and the physical and mental and verbal abuse happened, yes, even at my age and dealing with someone 5 years younger than me that is 6'11", about damn 200 pounds, you can still be put in your place. Okay. So we're not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, you should have known better. Maybe I should have, but that's not how I was raised. And that's just what it is. But what I have learned and what I learned at FAMU is to really read people. So it took me, yes, about 4 years to read who this person really was. But once I did start paying attention to certain things. I did start paying attention to certain traits. I did start paying attention to what he was telling me versus what was being done. So his sister and him coming on my live yesterday and commenting, and I'm so happy I didn't see it because I was just so into speaking. I'm so happy I didn't see it because had I probably would have said a lot more, such as their older brother molesting them. Okay.
Oh, oh. All right, let's stop it right here. I'm sorry. I forgot that she was going to say it at this part. I should have said trigger warning. Okay, I'm going to put me bigger back on the screen because I want to let you guys know this. So I don't know if you guys know, but Royce has always said that she felt like something happened when her son was with his father because there was a situation with the nanny, and she accused the nanny of touching her son. I don't know if you guys remember, but like a year or two ago, Royce had a mugshot because her son had in turn did the things that were done to him allegedly to another child, and was experimenting and stuff like that. And we kind of don't talk about this really, but there's times where things were done to you, and so some people will then in turn do it to other people. And mind you, he's 17 now, but he's not an adult. And I'm not pacifying it and saying that it's okay in any shape or way, but I believe that a lot of this dysfunction between Royce and Dwight Howard, that has to play a role in what's going on. And again, she talks about the nanny, but it was never confirmed that the nanny did anything to her son. But the nanny did go, I'm kind of fast forwarding it, but the nanny did get in trouble for touching somebody else's child. So there's a lot of people who failed her son. Um, yeah. And so she's bringing this up because she's basically saying, like, well, I know this happened to your sister and you, and this is who did it to you guys. So she's basically alluding to, I know y'all you had stuff did to y'all, so now y'all got my son into some shit. That's what she's alluding to, basically.
I'm just going to put it out there. And y'all might be like, oh my God, did she just say that? Yes, the fuck I said it. Because the same thing happened to my son for 5 years and nobody did shit.
Here we go.
Okay? So when you're dealing with a family who has had sexual assault and molestation in their family and they hid it, they went to church. Heal my son. Okay? And it was a half brother, so it wasn't the mother's son, it was the father's older son. But finding out about all this stuff, and I've heard it before, but I didn't hear it necessarily in depth when he was crying on my shoulder about things that had happened to him and his sister. I kept it. But then when it started happening more and more and more, and now you're trying to basically be quiet and you're trying to act like it didn't happen. There was an entire interview that was done about this brother and how much he loved him and everything. You go on Google or you go on Bing or whatever these little search engines are, you don't see them shits. You don't see them at all. All those stories have been wiped clean. So when people tell you that something is on the internet, or when something is on the internet, it's on there forever, that's a fucking lie. Money can get shit removed, okay? There is not one story about that brother anymore. But yes, that is a brother that molested his sister for years. And they still sent her to spend time with him during the summer. The only time that brother went to jail was when he molested his own daughter. And she told. People are mandated reporters. Okay? That's why his ass finally went to jail. It wasn't because of what he had done to the brother, him, his sister, none of that. Because they believe God can handle it. All right? So for 5.5 fucking years, my child was molested. And I knew it. I threatened the nanny. Well, let me not say threatened because, like I said before, I promised her.
She's gonna get into the nanny story, but before I do that, I just wanted to say, now whether or not it's true, I can't confirm it. I'm just going by what Royce says is saying, but this does kind of allude to where, or not allude to, but this is a pattern where in people's family, yeah, they know this kind of stuff was going on, but oh, don't say anything, don't keep it hush hush, and cover it up. instead of actually trying to deal with the issue and like getting the person help. I'm not saying God can't fix it, but you also can't try to cover up bad things with religion, because then we find out that he ended up doing stuff to his own daughter. So he did it to his siblings and then he did it to his own daughter, and disgusting. Disgusting. All right, let's get back to it.
If I found out that she was doing something to my child, we're going to have a problem. When I found that out, what happened? I get ghosted, y'all. I now know nothing about what is going on in that house. And that's where I ended video 3. So I'm doing video 4 right now on live. All right. So let's talk about it. My child continued to come home. As he got older, he started stating certain things. Mind you, I am now in court because I'm refusing to let my child go over to his father's house. Wouldn't you, as a mother, if you know that your child is being touched, wouldn't you as a mother not allow your child to go somewhere regardless of what the fuck the system says? I'm pretty sure you would. But what y'all saw on the internet, what y'all saw in the blogs and on the news, who I thought was real. I always thought the news was real. I'm sure a lot of us did growing up. We thought if it's on Channel 9, Channel 2, WESH, what all these other shits are, they have to be telling the truth, right? No, they don't. They say whatever the fuck they want to say. Obviously, look who our president is, or y'all president. Anyway, moving on. After I made that threat, I was told very little about what was going on in the house. When I would call to check on my child, nobody would answer. There was an assistant there by the name of Mrs. R. I'm going to say Mrs. R because she really did try to help me. When I was telling her about how I felt, she was like, well, I don't trust her anyway because she's been caught on camera stealing clothes. Oh, but she's still the nanny. That's crazy to me. But anyway, cool. Let's move forward. My child is still being dropped off at home. And as I'm giving him baths, he's playing with himself. But in a way that's not like normal, because I asked the doctor about it and I'm like, is he supposed to be doing this? I know like boys,
Trigger warning.
They get erections fast, but like, is it normal for them to do this, do that? And she's like, absolutely not. She's like, you need to start writing things down in a journal. Do I need to go get my journal? Do I need to go get my phones? Because I have all the emails of where I talked about this. But let's move on. We now go to court because I'm denying visitation. That's
So she's gonna get into, because I know some of y'all had questions like, how come she didn't like tell the authorities and all that stuff. So we'll get into that right now.
How it was put on the internet. That's how it was put in the news, that I am being taken to court again because I am unable to work with. I am not following the agreement that we have. I am just this terrible, bitter baby mama, right? That's what was put out to the world. That's what people were thinking about me. When in the meantime, I'm fighting for my child, right? We go to court and I got all this proof. I got stacks of paper and I can't really say too much because why? He got our case sealed. Why are we sealing cases if it's about me? Why are we sealing cases if you're so right in what you're doing and you want to show the world that I'm crazy? Why are we sealing cases? But our case is sealed. Cool. Whatever. I'm still fighting for my child by any means necessary. So in court, when I make the comment about my child is being molested. How dare you say that? This is Judge Timothy Shea. I will say his fucking name. Judge Timothy Shea. Okay? This man told me, how dare you make that accusation about Mr. Howard? How dare you do this? And if I ever hear you say anything like this again, I'm going to just change custody. I'm going to give custody to Mr. Howard 100%. What? It's in the docket that I got my ass up and I cussed him out and I said, fuck you. I turned and I said to his attorney, which was Man Downs, and I said, fuck you. And I started walking out the courtroom. I swore that was the day that I would get my first mugshot. I did. But I didn't. And I walked.
So, I know some people will probably have questions because I know I did too. So, the judge didn't look into that, or what was supposed to be the proper protocol? Because if those things are going on and the judge just basically dismissed it, because what Royce also mentions is that basically Dwight Howard had everybody on his side. There was nobody on her side. Even the media, the way they would report on her was always negative. And so she felt like she couldn't do anything because everybody was against her. But if somebody is bringing up allegations, I can't imagine the judge just excusing it. But if the judge is more in somebody else's favor, would he? I can't really say. You know what I mean? That's really hard. Trigger warning means it's gonna be some heavy stuff being talked about. And this is pretty heavy,
I didn't run. I walked to the
And please hit the like button too as well. We're at 72 likes.
elevator. I got on that elevator. I walked out the courthouse. I walked to the parking garage. I got in my car. I left the parking garage. Nobody stopped me. But yes, I also called his attorney a fat ass bitch. I did. Because at this point, this is about my child. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all got to say. Y'all can sit here and call me a bitter baby mama. You know what? Maybe I am. Maybe the fuck I am, because of what my child went through, and people sat there and just let him run with this narrative and y'all believed it. So when you ask me why the fuck am I talking now after, it's been 20 years. It ain't been 20 years. My child is 17. Okay. So let's 18. But you're asking me why I'm talking now? Why else wouldn't I talk now? There's a whole new agreement in place. And his dumb ass didn't realize that by us having this new agreement, it trumps the old one, dummy. So yes, I can talk now. And even though you gave us shit for the remainder of Braylon being a minor through graduating high school, it ain't even about the money. I know how to work. I know how to get up and get a job. I just restarted my company. I have a whole bunch of shit happening for me. So just because you don't pay shit, please don't think that's why I'm doing this. You have never helped with Braylon. You sent a check and then you stopped that check in September of last year. So this whole agreement that you're talking about we have, I don't care. I don't fucking care. I'm going to still make it happen. I have made it happen since I was 16 years old, and I'm going to make it happen now. Mortgage will be paid. Bills will be paid. Trips will be taken. Experience will be had. I don't need your money, but I will tell my fucking truth, y'all.
So I don't know if she goes into detail in this video, but in one of them, I'll just kind of fast forward. What she explains is that because Dwight was missing so many child support payments, he then had to, what he did was do a large lump sum at one time. And so whatever the amount was, I think it was around 200,000 or something like that. Whatever the amount was, he basically paid it off until Braylon was 17, so now he doesn't have to keep making monthly payments. So that's what it was.
This man is evil. This man put his hands on me. This man threatened me with a knife. This man literally said he could kill me right now. And nobody would say anything because he could claim self-defense. And because everybody loves him and hates me, he get away with it. These are the type of people that y'all are defending. Y'all defended Diddy. Y'all defended R. Kelly. Do I still listen to some of his music? I ain't gonna lie. There are certain songs that I might still listen to, but I still know that he's a fucking evil ass person. Like, let's be for real now. We're not going to sit here and come at me and act like I'm just so crazy. I'm not. And anybody, why are you doing this on the internet? What are we supposed to do with this information? Listen and learn and understand, because y'all got this person on TV shows wearing wigs, okay, and dancing around.
So, for those of you who don't know, he was on the last season of Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if it's still going on or not, but he was on Dancing with the Stars. And so, basically, she's like, you guys are still praising him. But I don't think people praise Dwight Howard. I think she has that wrong. Like, Dwight Howard, I don't want to say was, because technically he plays overseas now. He's just not over here anymore. But I don't think Dwight Howard, as far as a basketball player, was looked at like, oh, he wasn't looked at like a Kobe, Steph Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, Klay Thompson, Derrick Rose. I don't think he was looked at in that kind of way, like this big star. Like he is a good basketball player, but I wouldn't say he has that same appeal like this. Look at him like a GOAT. Like he can't do anything wrong. Because hell, even Kobe got into some trouble. He was able to clean it up and get past it, but I don't think Dwight Howard has that same appeal. And the reason, and also too, if Dwight Howard had that much power to kind of manipulate and stop stuff from coming out on the internet, then a lot of the stuff about him being gay, that would have all been suppressed, hidden, and we wouldn't have known about it. So I don't think he has that much power. Now in the courtroom against you, yeah, I believe that he's probably powerful, but I don't think as far as media. Because I know I've covered it, and I know a lot of YouTubers have covered it. If you look up Dwight Howard gay, or Dwight Howard and this lawsuits, you'll see all that stuff. It's not hidden on the internet; it's there.
And you voting for him when this whole person is out here being a straight narcissist and abuser. Like, let's be for real. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to tell me right now. You're not going to do that. And yes, I am a little upset because it never stops. It never stops. That's why I'm doing this, because it's still happening. Mm-hmm. I'm not the only one that's talking. I'm not. Number 2 was going to have her story too, but she's waiting. I'm telling my story now because it matters, because people cannot continue to get away with this shit. How quick we forget about what just happened. And just because, it came out that the case was dropped because he admitted it was consensual, what the fuck do you think my child has been seeing and being told that it was okay? We're not going to sit here and now make it seem like I'm a horrible mom and like I didn't raise him right when we grew up talking about the No No Square song. Like, let's not do that. A mistake was made at 11, 12 years old.
What I told you guys earlier. Yeah.
We played house. We played hide and go get it. Let's stop right now of pushing this narrative that his daddy fucking started. that his family started. Let's also talk about my child going to Georgia for a month and then getting him kicked out of homeschool because they refused to let him do his work. They sent him to church, was trying to have like a priest tell him to say none of this happened to him. Literally was trying to get in his head and say, your mama made this up. A priest, not a tutor, a priest, coming to my child in Georgia as he's running around on this farm, trying to force him to say on camera, because there's cameras everywhere, this didn't happen to me here. This didn't happen to me here. This didn't happen to me here. Of course he's not going to say that because I raised him right. Let's talk about how even when the nanny was fired and why she was fired. She was fired because she touched another child.
Oh, okay. She's going to get more into the nanny part. Remember, I told you guys. But I wanted to address the whole star thing. I'm not saying that I believe Dwight Howard is like within the top 50 of the greatest of all time. I'm not saying that he wasn't a star at one time, but currently, his current status, I don't think he is as hot as he once was. Would you guys at least agree with that? Put a 1 in the chat if you would agree with that. He's not as hot as he once was. That stardom fizzled or dimmered a little bit. He's not the same as he once was. It doesn't take away from his talent and what he did in the past, but I'm talking about now. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't want to say, I wasn't trying to say like he wasn't nobody or nothing like that. All right, so she's gonna get into the nanny was fired for touching a child, and she's gonna give a little detail into what happened with the nanny.
Do we know where that nanny is? He does. Will he tell anybody? No. You want to know how I know he knows where he is? Because he had to say that in a meeting that we had. Is she aware of the accusations? Yeah. If you're being accused of sexually abusing a child, wouldn't you come out and say something? Is that just me? Because I swear I would come out and say something. I really would. That's not something that you just take lightly. She's never said shit. Nobody knows where the fuck she is. Why? Because in my opinion, I believe that she was paid to leave. Just like I was offered, along with some of the other mothers were offered money to say that our child was not his. So even though there's 5, is there 5? All these years, I have missed out on any type of career that I've tried to have. Not because I wasn't trying to have a career, but because I couldn't get a job, because every single time I would get something, all of a sudden it would be taken from me because of him and his PR people. Are y'all sure y'all want to work with her? She's really dramatic. Okay. I majored in theater. I am dramatic. But I'm not a liar. You're not going to sit here and make it seem like I'm just making stuff up. So let's keep going. Next thing, find out that there's another child. Mind you, he was still in my text messages and I was ignoring him. We still in court. I'm ignoring him because since you want to take everything to the court, we're going to leave it in the court. There's no reason why we need to communicate at all, because you're out here lying on me. You're out here taking opportunities from me that I have fought so hard to have. I don't care how the fuck old I was. We met when he was 18, almost 19, and I was freaking 24. Braylon didn't come until I was 27. So yes, if people want to say, oh, he was young, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Go ahead and say he was young and I was immature, and he was probably maybe the second person that I had sexual intercourse with back then in 2004. As many times as I tried to move on, he would contact whoever I was dating. I don't know, Dwayne from season 1. I'm going to get in contact with him because he told me even a few months ago, he was like, girl, if you need anything, I got you, because I was there day one. So if I need to get Dwayne to release a statement about what he went through and the threats that he received when he was with me, I could do that. Because he was threatened that if he was with me, that bad things would happen. When I moved on, when I was dating Brian, y'all remember him from the show. Brian was there when a lot of shit was happening as well. Brian and I are still cool. Desmond was really there when a lot of shit was happening, because Desmond was going to be the one, right? You know what he did? He started contacting all these different associates of his. Desmond was playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then he got traded. I'm trying to tell y'all that people who are in these higher positions, they will throw the rock and hide their hand. So again, like I said, I don't want to keep,
Okay, so again, this is why I was saying, like, yeah, Dwight Howard was a star at one time, right? But I don't think he had enough power to where he could make moves, especially with the situation where he got Dwayne traded. And like, I don't know if he would have had that much power or influence. And Royce, like she stated earlier, was like a lot of opportunities she missed out on because Dwight allegedly would have his people tell him, like, don't hire her, or you sure you want to hire her, and she's dramatic and all this stuff, because Royce, she was a dancer, actress. So again, I don't know if it was based on her reputation online, especially with being on Basketball Wives and stuff like that, or if it was actually Dwight Howard screwing her over. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. Let me ask you guys, do you guys believe that he helped blackball her? Yes or no? And let me catch up on some of your comments. You are correct, 82, 39 years old. Essentially, he has no shot to play in the NBA. Yeah. That's why he's been playing overseas and stuff like that. But I guess he's trying to do the Love and Hip Hop thing with the Amy Luciana girl. Okay, you guys said yeah. Okay, I stand corrected. I'll shut up. Okay, all right. Okay, you think he would have enough influence to stop her from getting a job? Okay. I mean, he got her to sign that gag order saying, don't mention me on Basketball Wives. So, yeah, y'all got a point. Let me shut up.
I had to stop myself because I got to keep telling my story, and I got to tell it in order because I know there's a lot of questions. But when I tell y'all today, there's going to be a PR stunt. And maybe not anymore because I'm saying something, but there's going to be videos of a birthday party of a daughter he hardly ever sees, and the other one that was forced to go back. Huge birthday party. But you want to know who has never gotten a birthday present? Our son. You want to know who has only gotten a Christmas gift 3 times out of 17 years? Our son. Why? Because I didn't come. Because I didn't do the bending. Because I didn't do a lot of things that he was asking me to do, because I knew it was wrong. There are other people, even when we were dating, that he wanted me to go off on. There were people that he wanted me to basically ruin their life. And I was like, nah, why you care so much? One of them being one of his exes. And I refused to do it because why? Why are we doing that? If you don't care, why are we doing this? So again, This has nothing to do about the new person he's with at all. Nothing. Please understand, this has nothing to do about her. I wish her all the best. I do. But this ain't got shit to do with you, sweetheart, at all. This has everything to do with me and my child and what he is still doing behind the scenes. He's still making phone calls. He still has blogs like The Shade Room under his wing. Okay? They only post negative things about me, if you've noticed, or the captions are always very like one-sided. I need y'all to pay attention. That's what I need y'all to do before you become the next victim or someone that you know. I know y'all don't know me from shit except from a show or from doing this little series thing. I know that. But what I do need you to understand is I'm not just doing this because I'm bored. I'm doing this because this is my last straw. This is my Hail Mary. This is the last thing that I can possibly do to get him to leave me the fuck alone. Leave us alone. You don't pay a dime in child support. Leave us alone. Stop calling our son and trying to get him to feel like he's such a terrible ass person because he don't want to have shit to do with you. You've never been in his life for real. I am the one who forced him to go to that show. I'm the one who said, you know what? Just take it for the experience.
Dancing with the Stars.
You're going to see Miss Phaedra. You haven't seen her in years. She would love to see you, I'm sure. And then he saw Omarosa, who I've known forever, that I know it's a whole big controversy with her. But the person I know is cool shit. So I told him, go and experience this. I don't have those connections. I don't know these people like that. I can't get you in all these doors because they've been shut for me. I have been blackballed from a lot of the mainstream industry because of this person. And y'all want me to shut up? Y'all want me to be quiet?
Oh my God.
I have been suicidal. I have been in positions where I just wanted to get up and just leave. I wanted to change my name. I wanted to just stop everything. And then I look at that face in there, and even though he's 17, I still see myself, and I still see innocence. I still see regret. I still see misunderstanding. I see healing as well. This is something that now he has to deal with for the rest of his fucking life because people want to get on this internet and call him all types of names for a mistake that he made after a conversation his father had with him.
Uh-oh, not the sound.
Your own father calls you gay at 11 years old because a man's G-spot is in his ass? Why are you telling a freaking 12-year-old this? This is a conversation that was had during quarantine. So let's get into that even. Because now this.
Okay, so before she gets into the whole quarantine thing, because I see somebody ask like, well, why did she go to quarantine with him and stuff like that? She's gonna explain it. But again, Royce had brought up that Dwight Howard it was kind of going in and out, was having inappropriate conversations with their son. And one of them was like saying, "Oh, are you gay?" And basically saying like, "Oh, have you touched it? Have you done this? Have you done that?" And I wanted to speak to that because a lot of times growing up as a young boy, um, you know, the uncles are, your dad's friends or your family friend, whatever, right? They be like, oh, have you done this? Da, da, da. And it's always like cool again for the boy to, be sexually active at a young age. Have you sniffed it yet and all that stuff. But when it comes to girls, they don't play around like that. Like, oh, girl, have you not? No, they don't play around. And so why I bring that up is because if you talking to a little boy, like, have you done this? Have you done that? And, oh, you done this. You're saying that. Well, who do you think that they're going to experiment with? They're going to experiment with another little girl. So the culture, the toxicity that you kind of spread into young kids, let them be young kids. And again, why would you ever be talking about like, oh, the G spot is it? What? Now all parents have the talk, right? But I don't remember hearing about the G spot being in my ass. I didn't hear that until later on in life. And no, I have never experienced that before. I know somebody gonna try to clip that part. And can we please get the like button up? But yeah, it creates that culture where we prop up little boys, getting some, and it's just not right. And especially in this situation where the son has got into some trouble, yeah, it's not okay.
At this point, I don't give a fuck. I was in Georgia for quarantine. I almost didn't go because when it first came up, it was a whole text thread between me, Mimi, God, girl, I miss you, Christine, okay? And I also believe Tiffany was in there. We agreed to go, me, Christine, well, let me not say that. The ones that agreed to go were Christine and Mimi. I was like, nah, because I was dating a doctor at the time. If you go back on my thread or whatever, I'm not sure if I archived it, but I was dating a whole doctor from the Bahamas. He was fine as hell. But when the world really started like shutting down and then Mimi passed because she had a seizure and she drowned in the toilet, weird. I got a phone call of devastation. I mean, y'all, this person, you want to talk about me? Tootie, you want to talk about me needing to be on the big screen? Let's talk about.
So I want to pause it right there. And the reason why, because I wanted to talk about Melissa Rios, who was one of his baby mamas, right? She did pass away. And there was like this whole controversy because, they said that she had a seizure and she drowned in the toilet. Well, her family actually sued the apartment complex because Royce kind of put that out there and alluded to like, yeah, this is a little shaky. Like with the story, right? So I just wanted to go ahead and pull the facts. So it says, and this is from the Jasmine brand, Lakers star Dwight Howard's baby mama family is suing their deceased daughter's apartment rental company. Melissa Rios' family reportedly claims the water from a broken toilet caused her to slip and fall to her death. Man, that is tragic. The court documents allegedly state that Melissa's son, David, who was 6 years old at the time of her passing, and his grandmother, Elmira Vega Rios, are named in the wrongful death suit. They're blaming the Calabasas company for leaving the poor plumbing inside of Melissa's apartment unattended. The company allegedly failed to notify Melissa of the dangerous conditions. It says legal documents from the lawsuit read, these factors include, but are not limited to, the following: a dangerous, broken, and/or deteriorating toilet and/or hose and/or supply line or similar toilet plumbing component that was not properly installed, maintained, cleaned, and/or protected at said property, causing Melissa to sustain injuries. They continue, the company is responsible given the fact that she died as a result of the injuries received when she slipped and fell on the water and or similar substance leaking or seeping from the broken toilet in her rental unit. Reports previously said Melissa died of an epileptic seizure. Her cause of death is already listed as deferred on her death certificate, which was been presented in court. Melissa Rios' accident occurred in March 2020. She was 31 years old. So, yeah. And so the way Royce kind of put it, it kind of left up to, interpretation like, well, did he have something to do with it? Because Royce is basically saying, like, well, this fool is trying to, unalive me. She talks about being threatened for her life. So that's why I wanted to read that for you guys. And in one of the part, I believe it was part 1 through 3, she said that he was last seen with that one pastor. Is Couture still here? What was the name of that pastor, you guys? What is the name of that pastor? But she basically alluded to Dwight Howard being in New Jersey with that pastor. Mind you, he was based in Orlando when he was playing with the Orlando Magic. But he was with that pastor. I'll find the name in a minute, you guys. Let me go ahead and continue.
About your brother, bitch. I got a phone call bawling. Oh my God, I can't believe she's gone. I'm so devastated. What am I going to do? You don't even know.
Oh, Happy New Year! Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. Happy New Year's. Hold on. Happy New Year's. Yes, 2025 for all my East Coast people. Let's do this shot together. Clank, 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 clank. Whew. Put a little hair on your chest. We are ready for this new year. Trust me, this year is going to have a lot going on. Now, whether you want to take that as good or bad, it's going to have a lot going on. I can guarantee you that. If 2024 is any indication, oh, we in for a ride, baby. We are in for a ride. So happy New Year to everybody on the East Coast. I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and continue.
Oh, David like that. You don't even know your son like that. Let's not even forget that you introduced him to your family at a Thanksgiving dinner in front of your girlfriend, Christine, out of nowhere, and was like, oh, this is my son, and I'm thankful for him. Thanksgiving. Okay? That's how you introduce your son to your family. I had already met him in Houston because I was invited to Houston. That's how I met David, and he just flops in with his curly hair, crazy as hell. That's how I met him. And that's also how I met Mimi. And we hit it off almost immediately. Again, rest in peace. I love you, Mimi. I miss your ass so much. She was real as shit. She was a beautiful person. She had a beautiful voice. She had a lot going for her.
Happy birthday to your daughter.
Please don't even have this notion that none of us had anything going on, because we did. But let's go back to quarantine. He calls and he's boo-hoo crying and saying all these things about why he really needs us there. I get on the phone, I'm talking to Christine, and she was like, you know what, Royce, just go ahead and go. So even though I'm arguing with my boyfriend about going, he's like, I understand. That's why I went to quarantine. So we're in Georgia and get there. It's, I want to say maybe around like 8. It was definitely dark, but we get there. And I'm told that we're going to be staying in the guest house. It's a big, huge compound in Gwinnett, Georgia. I am taking out the stuff, putting it in the car. And then I get a text message saying, hey, come to the kitchen. We're about to have dinner. All right. I go. This is the first night, y'all. I go. I sit at the table. Everyone's trying to act like things are normal. This shit ain't normal. So my first question, not going to lie to you, was, what changed? Why are we here? Like, I really need to know what changed before I can be comfortable in a house with someone who has despised me in the past. And he was like, life, man, and quarantine and, the world is about to end. And I just want to make sure I have my family here. I got a therapist coming in. We're going to do that ayahuasca thing or whatever, that drink you take and they blow some shit up your nose and it's supposed to make you like all of a sudden just have all these revelations.
I ain't never heard of that.
Okay. I thought the conversation went well. I later found out that they went out in the garage and were upset, or he was upset that I asked that question. But moving on. I was in Georgia for quarantine for about 3 months. And I actually left at one point to go home for Mother's Day. And then I went back. That's actually when I broke up with my boyfriend because he didn't understand why I was going back. Now, during quarantine, it was a lot of mind fucks. And
Now, I just want to say, because she said she was dating a doctor. If you're dating somebody, why would you then go to this whole compound thing? That part is just weird to me. That's very strange. Like, you're already dating somebody. How do you think he would feel about... Well, she did state that he told her to go ahead and go or whatnot. But even then, like, that's just weird. Weird. And mind you, like, it was a weird time. I get it. During Coviana and stuff like that. The pandemic. Listen, we're still feeling the effects of it and people don't even realize. It wasn't a normal way to live. Like, that's just the truth.
I wish that Christine would come out and tell her story, but I don't know if she ever will. But Christine was very much still in love with him. And she was doing pretty much everything trying to get their relationship back on track. What I was being told, and I have the text messages, and at this point I'll probably release them. I was being told that I want to make you the matriarch because you're smart, you call me on my shit, you don't let me get away with anything, and you know how to save money. And I'm like, okay, but what does that consist of? And he's like, well, I mean, I know that you got a lot going on right now, but you could stay at this house or I can get you another house. And I know Tyler Perry, I can get you in movies. I could get our son a trainer and we can make this work. I said, I would think about it. So we're there and we're with his trainer, who I'm not going to name because I'm still very close to him, as well as a guy named Kevin Wesley, who is about this polyamorous lifestyle. And they keep...
Now, y'all know DJ Genesis, who come on my channel sometimes? DJ Genesis actually knows Kevin Wesley. She had him at an event. Also, Real Life Street Stars has interviewed him. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys who he is. He is the guy on the left. That's Kevin Wesley. The guy on the right is Callie. So I had played this video a long time that I had found. Because she's going to get into the Dwight Howard parties. Because Dwight Howard has a compound. He don't have just a home. It's a compound, right? So it has different homes, and so he got a large piece of property. And so they have these wild parties and stuff like that. And the guy Callie on the right, remember he said like there was some freaky shit going on. There was some freaky shit going on at the party, and Kevin Wesley tried to get him to eat some fruit, like by his crotch area. Y'all, listen. I was gonna play the video for y'all, but this is already long enough. So yeah, so this is what she's talking about. So that's why I wanted to pause it right there and just explain that part. Here we go. Let's get back into it.
Trying to out, let's have basically a sister wives situation. Hell no. Hell no. We're not going to do that. There was a day, there was a day where everybody was supposed to do mushrooms. I don't know y'all like that. So I pretended to take them. Legit pretended. And if you don't know how people take mushrooms, a lot of people take mushrooms by eating them with peanut butter. I didn't do that because I don't know y'all like that. Like, these are people that are not my friends. So I put it in my mouth, but then I did it like this. And I just sat there, and for like 30 minutes, people were normal. And then all of a sudden, shit starts happening. People are saying things, they're acting weird, people are touching themselves. It was weird. I ended up leaving the room. So that was one of those days. Now, another day, I walk into a conversation that is being had with my 12-year-old son about sex and about, like, oh, well, you know, my ex was, you know, well, not even saying my ex, because at that point, I think they were still something. This was the basketball player girl. But she was coming by the house. She was coming by the house with these 2 dogs she had and was like checking on things, trying to see if we were fucking. Not yet. But anyway, he was having this conversation with our son, along with 2 of his friends, and they were talking about heterosexual relationships, homosexual relationships, threesomes,
Not the spaghetti.
where their G-spot was. And this is a bunch of dudes, y'all, talking to a 12-year-old. So, and telling him that he's gay because he hasn't touched anything. When I tell you my child was not even allowed to listen to the radio until he was 10, I mean that. We were Disney Live. We were Kids Space Live. We had satellite radio. I made sure that I was raising him in an innocent way. So these are the conversations that are being had with him. Now let's fast forward a little bit, because I went in there and I went off on everybody. I did. I was like, he's fucking 12. What are you doing? He doesn't need to know that. Oh my God, you're raising him to be a pussy. Oh, what are you, like, he's supposed to be doing this by now. Why? Man, you know how we were when we were little. How were you? Because I was.
This kind of explains, like, why her son ended up in the situation that he ended up in. Yeah. A lot of people felt this little kid. It's sad to say.
Sneak and watch porn. Like, I would find my dad's tapes. Yeah, I did do that, but not until I was in high school. I wasn't thinking about that when I was 12. I was thinking about cheering and dance and gymnastics and running track. That's it. That's where my head was. Sports. So why, again, are you having this conversation with a 12-year-old? Somebody tell me. Is that okay? So, of course, now this is in his head. Now he feels like, oh my God, my dad thinks I'm gay. My dad thinks this. My dad thinks that. His friends think this. His friends think that. But now let's fast forward again. I went home for Mother's Day. And while I'm home, I'm getting all these text messages. I miss you. I really want us to try and work things out. I know that I've done all these things to you. All this bullshit. Like, whatever. I'm saying this because this is what happened back then. Please do not think that I'm saying this because I still want him. No, I'm telling you the fucking story. Okay? So, all that is happening. I keep everything. I will post the messages. I'm just going to show y'all the whole thread. All right? But I'm going to post it. Anyway, all that's happening. And when I go back after Mother's Day, it was like there was a complete and total shift. All of a sudden, there's like all these people at the house. Who are these people? We're supposed to be on quarantine. Like 6 feet apart. Like, everybody's been tested. What are we doing? So maybe I maybe was there for a couple days. And I went to take a nap one day and I woke up and it was dusk. And I saw the fireflies even, y'all. Like, it was a scene. So I walk out the guest house and I'm coming down the stairs. And like I said, it's very pretty. Fireflies that I never see here in Florida are everywhere. It was gorgeous. But then I see people hanging over balconies. I hear a bunch of cursing, I hear some music, and I see the trainer, but then I see him, and he's throwing up over the balcony. What the fuck is going on? And he's like, man, nothing. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, man, we just having fun. You know what I'm saying? We just having fun. Where is our child? What? Trainer? Man, she's talking about her child. Where her child at? Of course they're saying it.
Uh-oh, it's glitching. Hold on. Let me stop it right there. So I want to say this.
And
Royce has told this story
he
before.
goes,
I try to stop it. Wait, what the hell going on? What? Oh, Lord. Okay. Um, Royce has told this story before. Like, her son was at this compound. Now, beforehand, she had actually detailed, like, there was a lot of different people there. She said it was all the pronouns there. So, Dwight Howard, like, the cross dressers and stuff like that, because that's what they were referencing in the lawsuit, not trans. Remember that picture of Miss Kitty? Yeah, that was a cross dresser, and that's what he likes. And so we had a lot of different people there. She went into further detail in a different interview, but this one she just kind of cut straight to the point. But he's doing all the shrooms and everything like that with her son there. Like, to me, that's just weird. And especially if this is like freak off ish. It's basically what she alluded to. Like, this was a freak off. It had the son there. And don't forget, again, the Cali guy, the guy on the right, was the one who was all like, yeah, it was a lot going on at the party, blah, blah, blah. That don't sound like a party that kid should be there. I don't care if he was locked away in his room. I don't give a damn. He didn't need to be there for that. All right, let's see if this thing's still acting up.
says, fuck you. He gets pissed off. They start arguing. I run in the house. On the table, I see a table full of mushrooms, a white powder, peanut butter. I also see a girl peeing in a seat. Literally, like peeing in a seat, but in first position, peeing in a seat, like this. Okay? One of his seats. Peeing, pissing. I see people who are by the snake room, and they in there just like dancing offbeat. And I'm just thinking I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like, what the fuck is happening here? So I go upstairs and I'm looking for my child. I'm screaming his name and everything. How his room is, he has this big ass room, and then there's like this little like area where like there's a TV. That's where he is, and he's sitting there, 12 years old, like this. This is how I found my child. Okay? And I asked him, I was like, baby, are you okay? What's wrong? Nothing, I'm okay. And I was like, what's wrong? He's nothing. 12, y'all. My 12-year-old turned into a 5-year-old. And he's asking me, or I'm asking him, like, did something happen to you? And he said, no. He's like, I was just hungry. And I'm like, well, you were just hungry. What are you talking about? He's like, I was just hungry. And I said, what did you do? And yes, I started yelling at him because now I'm scared. He was like, I was just hungry. I said, Braylon, did you go downstairs? And he was like, I didn't mean to. And I was like, did you go downstairs? He said, yeah. Did you eat anything off that table? And he said, no. I shook him. I did. Did you take anything off that table? And he swore up and down to me that he did not. So I got him and I said, just go ahead and pack up whatever you want to pack up. And I'm like, we're going to go to my room. And he said, okay. We went down the stairs and we went out the front door, not the back door. So they didn't see us. And that's where we were for the remainder of the evening. That's a lie. That's where he was the remainder of the evening. I came out at one point and I talked to the groundskeeper, who I'm also still very close to. And I'm asking him, like, what the fuck is going on? And I asked where the nanny was. And he said, well, she off the clock. She clocks out at 6 o'clock, y'all. She's no longer taking care of anybody. She in her room.
Oh.
Groundskeeper. I don't know how he is. I've never seen this side before. I didn't know this is what he does. And he's like, man, what? Yeah. He's like, he smoke all day. He take mushrooms. He does all these things. This man smokes every day, all day. And if you don't know that, that's crazy, especially by now, because I don't even
hit the like button. Thank you.
And so be it. I have a medical card. Do I smoke? I don't really smoke because I don't like smoking, but I have edibles because I have anxiety and just because sometimes it makes me feel better. I get it. But every day, all day, right? Moving on. Next day, because I ended up going to sleep. The next day, I come downstairs and I see paraphernalia everywhere. It was almost like they just decided to run across the entire property and just throw shit. So I find the groundskeeper again and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Actually, I skipped a part. I skipped the big part. I actually went downstairs first because I was walking my dog. So I had my dog there and I'm walking him. And little LJ, rest in peace, baby girl. I'm walking her, and I hear cursing. And I see Kevin Wesley and this dude named Callie. And Callie is going off on this man. He is cussing him out, talking about how the fuck you ever try me like that, dick in the booty ass. I ain't motherfucking gay. I ain't doing this. Like, excuse me, if you feel as if I'm making slurs, I'm just telling you what was being said and what I heard. So this
the guy on the right here, Callie.
And I'm like, with my dog like this, like, come on, Blue, come on, Blue. And I decided to walk the other way across the property instead of the front. They walk all the way to the gate. This man leaves out the gate. He's still cussing and everything. He's like, you gonna see me. You gonna motherfucking see me. So as I put Blue away, that's when I go in the house and I find the groundskeeper and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because this ain't normal, right? And he's like, wait, he said, what? I'm like, yeah, he talking about calling the cops. He talking about coming back and shooting up this whole house. I don't know how that's going to work, but this is what he's doing. So we get up and we start cleaning up the front of the house, inside the house, behind the house. And also let me know at one point during the evening that somebody went missing and we thought that maybe they had jumped in the lake.
Oh, so Lord.
I was actually called and my door was knocked on. It was like, we can't find. So I did get up another time and we just started looking, only to find out that they were in a bathroom together. But anyway, so moving on, we're picking up all. So they're just driving by, slowly though, but driving by. We are going around picking up paraphernalia from everywhere, just putting it in bags and all this stuff, right? Then I'm at the same time trying to contact him and be like, yo, do you know what's going on? Like, you need to get up and you need to take care of this. Real chill, real lackadaisical, real like, oh, it ain't nothing. Huh? I find out it's nothing because he's done this before many times and has gotten away with it. Why? Because his uncle is a DA and everybody in Georgia knows this is what they do. Oh, okay. Well, now here's a trump card because this same person, Callie, decides to go on YouTube and Facebook and started posting pictures and videos about what had just happened. And he also mentioned that one of the kids and their mamas was there. I knew he was talking about me because Christine had already left. I'll tell you why she left later, but she had already left. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I got to get the fuck up out of here. Because you're not going to sit here and call me like a negligent parent. That aged well. But this is not what we're going to do. So I started like trying to have a conversation and say, hey, this is reckless. This is dangerous. Like, you don't know these people for real. Like, what are you doing? Like, what about your career? Like, do you care? This isn't healthy. What are you dealing with mentally? What happened to the therapist that was supposed to be coming, that's supposed to help us? All this stuff. None of it happened, right? So we ended up getting in a huge argument. I mean, a big blowout argument. And the trainer was there. The trainer was trying to explain to him that he was in the wrong and like to just listen. And even trying to tell him, well, dude, I would have done the same thing if this had happened with me. He didn't want to hear that. So he got mad at even the trainer because the trainer wasn't sticking up for him. He wasn't a yes man, right? So that night, because there is a look that comes in a person's face when you know that you don't need them to be in your space anymore. When you know that it is time to go or something bad can happen to you. There is a look that my son's father has that almost makes his face turn into a skeleton. It is very evil looking, and it's almost like I can look in his eyes and see through to his soul. And I saw nothing but evil. So that evening, I started packing up my entire truck with everything. Everything that I brought there, I packed in my truck. And at like 3:30 in the morning, 3:30, I text the trainer and I begged him to let me go. I said, please push the button, let me go. Because I couldn't leave unless somebody pushed the button. He pushed the button and he let me leave. And I left. The Airbnb I was supposed to be staying at was all of a sudden not available until 3:00 the next day. So you want to know what I had to do? I had to call that trainer back. And I said, hey, I need you to let me back in just for like a few hours. I'm like, because I can't stay at this gas station. I can't stay around the corner. Like where he stayed, there was really no place where I could just go and feel safe to just sit there. So I went back and he said, park where I park. And where they park was kind of around the corner to where even when...
You know what, Grandma Joy? That's actually a good question. I don't know if she had... I'm figuring she still had her own place, but I'm not sure. She never clarifies that. Because why would you need to get an Airbnb? Why don't you just go home, you know?
And he left in the morning to go train or whatever, he couldn't see my car. So that's what I did. I parked all the way around the side and we slept in the car. We slept in the car because I was on a just in case situation. So about 4 hours later, I was about to leave and he was like, no, wait. He ain't left yet. So right after he left to go train, that's when I left. And we went to an Airbnb and we were at an Airbnb for, I want to say like...
Thank you, Couture Bay.
If that long. And I was calling my attorney and my attorney was telling me basically how stupid I was. That if I had stayed just a little bit longer, he would have been able to claim residency with my son. and he probably would have tried to take custody. So I left just in time. I was in contact with the
Ding, 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 ding. This was probably what he wanted to do. Have her son there so long that he could claim residency and be able to have, control over her son again. Because she has talked about a lot in the parts how there was times where she would have to send her son with him and that whole situation. So yeah, that's probably what was going to happen. Luckily, she left right on time.
groundskeeper. I was in contact with the trainer. They would come by and check on me. One would bring me some food. But when I got on the road, I also called Tiffany, which is baby mama number 2. And we had gotten close. And I told her what happened. And she was like, bitch, don't you ever do that again in your mother effing life. Like, that was so stupid. Well, how could you fall for that? And I'm like, it was my surrender flag. For all these years, I was losing. For all these years, I was called a liar. For all these years, I lost my career. For all these years, I was told by the whole fucking world that I ain't shit. So what else do? I waved my surrender flag because I felt like, damn, you win. I wasn't even that ant trying to take an elephant out, bite. I was that ant that just kept getting stepped on. Like, I had no way out, y'all. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even audition. Like, I tried to get a job at Disney and they said it was a conflict of interest because they were like a sponsor of the team. Any place that I tried to go in my own hometown, y'all, in my own hometown, wouldn't hire me. That's why I started my own company, because I wanted to help young girls that look like me. And I wanted to train them to be better than I was because I had lost everything. And as strong as I portray myself to be, and as, straightforward and I'm going to say my piece, I didn't. For almost 18 years, I said nothing. And when I did say little tidbits here and there, I was bitter. I was jealous. This is a person who does not want any of us to be with anyone. This is a person who just a freaking month ago was in a whole different relationship with a girl named Courtney. Literally was just in a relationship during Dancing with the Stars. Was in a relationship with this girl. She was there. And said to the judge recently in another court case he had that this was his girlfriend and was going to be his wife. That's what he said about this girl, even in court recently, and what he said during that show. So when you sit here and you think that I'm bitter about him being engaged to somebody else, it's a cycle. It's a PR stunt. And he's going to probably follow through with it. But it's because he knows that the real shit about him is coming out. Ask him about Ray Edwards and their parties. Ask him about the red dress that he wore during a Diddy party.
Oh, not the red dress.
Like, we're not going to do that. I know too much. And the reason I'm talking now is because if something fucking happens to me, y'all know why. This is me purging. And people saying, oh, you should write a book, or you should do a movie, or you should do this. Oh, sure. I would definitely do that. But I don't even know if I'm going to make it that long, y'all. I wake up every day terrified. I wake up every day, if I drive my car, I'm looking left and right. This is the person who has had me followed before. And I'm just supposed to sit here and be quiet? If something had happened to me and I never said anything, y'all wouldn't give a fuck. And y'all probably still don't give a fuck. Y'all are maybe just on here because y'all want to hear the drama. But I'm here because I'm trying to tell you that I'm scared.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop that one right there because she did do a part 7. But part 7, basically she's repeating everything that she said in the live, so we don't need to see that. While we were live, she did a part 8, part 9, so we will check that out. But I wanted to say this. So her reasoning for coming out and saying all this stuff is because she feels like I need to get this out because what's going to happen if I don't get this out? I'll never be able to tell my story. Now, one of the baby mamas, her name is Tiffany. She also is supposed to be coming out telling her story. Now, I have a question for you guys. Do we think Royce is being overdramatic, or do you think that she's actually afraid for her life? Put a 1 if you think she's being dramatic. Put a 2, you think she's actually being afraid for her life. Now, while I'll go ahead and pull up part 8, I just want to go ahead and get that poll question in real quick. All right. Uh-oh, where are the parts? Hold on. Okay, I see a lot of 2s. Okay, y'all believe that she is afraid for her life. Okay. And again, all opinions are welcome. I don't mind. You don't have to agree with me. I saw fear in her voice. Okay. You believe it because of the voice. Okay, here we go. Part 8.
To tell you a story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004, up until even now, all because I had a baby by Superman. Part 8.
Yo, I don't know if you guys can read that comment because it's kind of small, but it says, didn't we hear this in another part? Yo, y'all be tripping in the comments. Y'all crack me up. But we'll go ahead and listen to a little bit. If it's the same thing, then we'll just go ahead and go to part 9.
We are still in May of 2020, and they are shooting something called Celebrity Peep Show at his house, in which our son is involved. Well, after a couple days, I have a migraine, and I decide to take a midday nap. When I wake up from that midday nap, I will go outside the guest house, and it's beautiful outside. It's like a bluish orange. There's fireflies, but I see a bunch of cars and people everywhere. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. We're supposed to be on quarantine. I see a familiar face, and I can clearly tell that he is on something. And then I see Superman. I see Superman throwing up over the balcony. I go up to Superman, and I'm asking him what the fuck is going on. And he looks at me crazy, and he starts yelling at me. The familiar face then goes off on him and calls him a bitch. They start arguing. I'm asking where our son is. He's not responding. I go inside. When I go inside, not only do I see a table full of mushrooms and peanut butter.
Okay, this is what we already heard. Okay. Exit that. Okay. Part 9. This is supposed to be the final chapter. All right. Here we go.
Hey y'all, this is Royce, and I'm here to tell you a story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 until even now, all because I had a baby by Superman. Part 9, the final chapter. As I stated before, I agreed to take the $113K because I figured I would be able to flip the money that I was receiving from the Basketball Wives contract. I had also received a contract for an artist development company in New York, and I just felt like I was good. I also still had my job at the HBCU. Well, shortly
Dwight
after,
Howard.
I am headed to the airport. I get there, I check in, I go through TSA. I have my cat with me. When I get to the gate, I go to the gate, and I just want to make sure that everything is okay with me and my pet. He says, I just sold your ticket. I asked him why, and he said someone refunded it. I get on the phone, and that is how I found out that they had canceled my Basketball Wives contract. I'm not saying he had anything to do with it, but that's what happened. Later on in 2024, I was fired from my HBCU job. I was actually fired during the same week that my father had.
Pause. Did anyone, mind you, I don't watch the show. These reality shows ain't hitting like they used to. But did you guys hear the rumor that Royce was supposed to come back to Basketball Wives? You know how they're in LA? I guess she was supposed to come back, but this makes sense. So I guess he stopped that bag for her. Damn, and she was only given $113,000. That was the settlement for the child support, by the way, for you guys didn't know what she was talking about. That was the settlement that she was given. So instead of paying monthly, Dwight Howard gave her a lump sum of money for the last 2 years of her son. Yeah, so I guess she was supposed to come back to Basketball Wives, and yeah, wow. Okay, that rumor was true. Shout out to So Debonair. If you want to know about Basketball Wives, I know he covers it. Yeah, you can check it out over there. I don't think nobody covers that show except him.
A heart attack. I was then blasted on the internet, called names, and harassed by some of my former athletes, and I remained quiet. I watched them belittle and degrade me and realized that no matter how much I fought for those athletes and what I brought to that program, the culture of this generation has changed. Over the past couple of months, Superman has been harassing our son. He's also been harassing the school. He's been calling our son names and dehumanizing me. I told our son to go to California and support him on a TV show, despite the fact that he did not want to go. I said, make it more about the opportunity than the visit. Enjoy your siblings. He still had no desire to go, and even after speaking to both sets of his grandparents, Superman again and Mama number 2, he said no. I still talked him into going. Over the past couple days, Superman has decided to harass our son again. I am listening to my child laughing and joking while playing PlayStation, only to then it turn into yelling and, yes, cursing. I walk into the room and I realize that he is talking to Superman. Superman is dehumanizing me. Superman is calling me broke. Superman is basically expressing to my child that I am a deadbeat mother. He says, your mom needs to get a job. Well, just so you know, I did restart my company. I also
Hold on. Sorry, internet issues. My internet acting up. Hold on.
at schools. I also teach.
All right, let me give it a little time. Okay. But damn, that was harsh. You need to get your mom needs to get a job. And you know, do I believe that Royce's story is 100% true? No, I can't say 100%. But do I mostly believe her? Yeah, I believe it. If you watch a few of her other interviews with like Vlad TV, who's a culture vulture, and Carlos King, she has said some of this stuff already. So her story has not changed.
I'm pretty much like a Jamaican. I had plenty jobs because one thing you won't do is break me. So as you sit here and you decide that you want to rewrite history, I think is one thing that is important to know. I am the one with the paperwork. I am the one with all the phones.
Oh, not the
I
phones.
have told you to leave me the fuck alone. As we go into 2025, my prayer for you is not blessings. It's hell. Happy New Year. Oh, and Tiffany's story coming soon. 2025. That's mama number 2. Bye. Hey y'all, this is Royce, and I'm here to
All
tell
right.
you a story about how my
So that was her, her last hoorah. So I guess all this has boiled up, and then she finally decided to speak out. I do want to say this. So originally, with the initial lawsuit, it basically was she had to keep her mouth shut. Since they did the one where he had to pay a large lump sum, that meant that that previous gag order that was done with. So this is why she's able to speak out now, because the gag order is now finished. So she's feeling, like, yeah, I can go ahead and speak on this now freely without having to not say a certain name or paraphrase things to where she wouldn't get in trouble. She can speak freely now. um Damn, to do it at the end of the year. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I guess she feels like, well, shit, I ain't got nothing else to lose. Like, already been going through this. Why not? Now, I will like to say this. Her son is 17. I'm pretty sure once he's at the age 18, he'll be able to speak for himself. I want to know his story. And that's if he even wants to tell his story. But I hope y'all can tell to hit the like button, though, because why we only got 164 likes. But, however, continuing with what I'm saying, oh, they already popping fireworks. I would like to hear his story, because his story is the one that we want to hear. If anything, he has been the victim, you know? This is just being honest. He is the victim of all this. And I'm not going to say Royce is not a victim. However, her son has been through a lot. And with Dwight Howard, I didn't realize until a little bit what she was speaking. A lot of the stuff that he does is for PR. I do believe when she says that, like, the whole wanting to have the son around and come to the Dancing with the Stars thing. Yeah, that was PR. Also, that was interesting that she also said that he was with another woman named Courtney during Dancing with the Stars, and now he's with Amy Luciana. And they're engaged. Not saying that he can't have another woman, but at the same token, now you're engaged to get married. Are you really in love, or is this like a cover up? Because I'm always suspicious and leery when people throw God in it, because he'll say like God has, they both, Amy and Dwight, talk about God has healed, and I'm paraphrasing, God has healed me, God has brought me through a lot. And I'm not saying God can't. I pray a lot. However, when people bring that up and that's like their go-to, I'll be like, have you really changed, or are you just saying that? Because sometimes it just sounds like people just say shit just to say shit. You know? It don't sound like it when, and I didn't report on it. I did see that he was engaged to the girl or whatever. The reason why I didn't report on it is because it's fake news. I don't believe he actually want that woman. It may be not like he's not attracted to her. I'm not saying that. But he wants to be able to be out there doing what he do. He don't want to be tied down and married, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that Dwight Howard wants to honestly be married. I think he wants to find somebody to match his freak level. And maybe this Amy girl is the one to match his freak. Maybe she's down with all of it. And hey, if she is, that's their business, right? Can't be mad at that. You got to find somebody who's compatible with you, and maybe this girl is compatible. Again, I didn't watch her when she was on Love and Hip Hop, so I don't really know, but I know that she's on that show. She's supposed to be a rapper. She ain't got nothing going on. Why not get with Dwight Howard? Oh, damn, RG. I, I think she looks like a woman. I will say that I think Amy looks like a woman. I had seen Tasha K had did a post. Remember, there was the one guy that Dwight Howard was with. Not this recent situation, but there was one from a while ago. Tasha K had said Amy looks like, you know, damn, damn, Ray, damn. Do y'all know what she looks like? I don't. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up a picture real quick. Let me see. Let me see. Amy. Dwight Howard. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Listen, one thing about it, my audience is gonna be honest. Y'all do not get my what? Yeah, but there they go right there. Yeah, that's them. So I think she's cute. Yeah, I think she's cute, y'all. But anyway, yeah, so that's that situation right there. Just lost in my opinion. Okay. Yeah. She's on Love and Hip Hop, you guys. If you don't know who she is, she's supposed to be a rapper. But if y'all don't know who she is, yeah. And I gotta say supposed to be because I ain't never heard her music on the charts. But anyway, so when I seen that relationship, like I was just all like, I don't think this is real. I don't think it's real at all. I think this is a storyline for her. He gets to be on TV currently. Right now, he's not playing. He just got off of Dancing with the Stars. Why not be on Love and Hip Hop as well too? It makes a lot of sense. And let's be honest, you know, you can get a wedding special. VH1 is going, or Love and Hip Hop, they're going to pay for your wedding. Smart business move. That's why a lot of these reality people get married or they have a wedding special because the production pays for the wedding. It's a smart maneuver. Right, silent acoustic, he has to do something, right? She is cute, but the features are strong. Yeah. No, I got what you were saying, right? Yeah, she's definitely not ugly. Yeah, she's not ugly at all. I want everybody comfortable in their own skin. Yes, yes, that is true. Unless they give you a reason to talk. What's up, Miss Kitty? And no, they weren't talking about you. Do y'all know what Miss Kitty looked like? By the way, not the one in the chat, but the one that you know, Dwight had got that other guy to mess with. Hold on, let's look up Miss Kitty. Let me pull this up. Now, I always said I wanted the interview with Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty got all the secrets. That's who I want to interview, Miss Kitty. Y'all ready? There go Miss Kitty right there. Oh, this is Funky Dineva page. He said, meet Miss Kitty. It was the Dwight Howard, the guy that's suing him, and Miss Kitty down to the sex page. Wow. Damn, struggle monkey. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, but this is Miss Kitty right here. Yeah. And remember, the guy was all like, "Oh, I'm not into all that, blah blah blah," but he felt forced, like he had to. Yeah, it was a whole situation. And then this is the one that he was in a lawsuit with previously. But this is not Miss Kitty. I just want to show you guys this. Because Dwight Howard, he got a little type, you know? He definitely got a type. Here we go. I believe it's, I believe his name is Miss Shan or something like that. Oh, Elegy or something like that. I thought it was like, oh, there we go. Mason LG. I guess that's how you say it. And this is when he dropped that defamation lawsuit against Mason LG. So yeah. So yeah, Dwight got him a type. AT2, you trying? Y'all, I wasn't trying to be shady. Oh Lord, whatever, y'all. Oh, we got 5 more minutes. We gonna make it to Central Time. Um, but yeah, I'm waiting for baby mama number two or mama number two to come forward with her story. Um, I feel like this isn't it with Dwight Howard. I feel like there's going to be more. I don't think this is it. I believe there's going to be either more from his past or more coming up. I don't think it's over with Dwight Howard. Don't forget, he still live in Georgia. He still got that compound. He's still best friends with Kevin Wesley, so they still have a connection together. So you never really know. You like how I did that, DX? Yeah. I hope y'all can tell to hit that like button. How is he getting women? Now, here's the thing, and I think we don't talk about this enough because a lot of women will say, "Oh, I don't want a bisexual man or a man that has been with another man and stuff like that." But there is women who don't care. Or maybe they have an agreement where he can still, he's worth 150 million, right? I believe that's how much he's worth. He's worth a lot of money. Shit. He worth a lot of money. So yeah, she might just be like, oh yeah, I don't care. And again, who's to say that they're actually having relations? It can probably just be all like, hey, we gonna go out and have them picture us, and then when they go home, he probably sleep on in one house and she sleep in the guest house. They probably not even, you know what I mean? I can change it. Hey, that's probably what it is too. She probably thinks she got that good, and he gonna wake up to his senses and not want turkey neck no more. He might not want turkey neck no more. He still like poultry, but he might not want turkey neck no more. So you never know. The kids need help so they don't. Yes, I agree with you. Definitely they do. Now, Winnie, you know you're going to hell. Is Queen Tulsa still around? Because I don't see, I don't even see Queen Tulsa at all. Hopefully Queen Tulsa is doing good. You wrong. Not Queen Tulsa. Laugh my ass off, poultry, please. Why doesn't he stand in his truth? And I think also too, um, even after all these lawsuits and stuff like that, he still avoids the question, or he'll say, "Oh, why do we want to talk about that?" And again, it wouldn't be a bad thing if people weren't accusing you of, forcing them to do things and all that stuff. Like, I don't think he needs to make like, if it was just something two consensual adults getting it on, I don't think he got to stand on a soapbox and announce it to everybody. But you have been accused of doing these crazy acts with people. That's why, yeah, people are kind of like, so what's going on? Just like with Diddy. It'd be different if the stuff with Diddy was consensual, where he'd get the male prostitutes and stuff like that. But as far as we understand, Cassie was forced to be in those freak offs. Now, some of them she might have volunteered for, but then there was some where she didn't. Obviously, the one where she was running out the hotel trying to escape, that one was not a time where she was consenting to one. So, that's illegal. But again, if she like it, I love it. You can't change her. Oh, Central Time. Ding, 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 ding. Happy New Year's to everybody. Central Time. Cheers. Oh Lord. Save that one for midnight. I really don't drink that much like I used to. Just trying to stay away from it. I will do it socially, but it'll be like one or two drinks. I don't be all like, yeah, let's take shots. And nah. Yeah, no. I'm in my grown man era, so I'm trying to change my ways and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, but it's cool. Like, I got to celebrate with y'all. I am happy about it. I know the topic was a little heavy, but a lot of people been asking me about the whole Royce situation. I was like, well, I want to wait until we get all the parts. I don't want to be reporting on this like every single day. I want to wait till we get everything so we know her story and that's it. So I was happy that I waited until today. It just happened to be New Year's when I did it. But I'm happy that, we were able to get that story. And, it breaks up the little Jaguar Wright stuff. My thing with the Jaguar Wright, I am tired of it. I will admit, I am tired of it. And it was getting to the point where, like, I was all like, okay, I'm done with it because it's kind of repetitive at this point. And again, I'm not working with no troll farm. I'm not a part of the troll farm. I don't own the troll farm. I really don't care. It is what it is, right? But now that we have people basically trying to shut me out and they don't want me to report on it and they want to be like the go-to and have a monopoly on the Jaguar, right? Oh no, I'm standing in my shit. I might change it to where the Jaguar Wright stuff will be pre-recorded videos where I can just post like short little clips instead of doing like long lives and stuff like that, unless something like really goes down to where, oh, okay, well, yeah, we should go ahead and talk about this. But yeah, my thing is like, I don't have to use her to build my channel. I had 50K before I even started talking about all this like heavy. It was just that I happened to expose something, went viral for it, and then I started getting a lot of attention from it. It is what it is, but um it got to a point where I'm all like, okay, this doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't make me really happy. But again, there's people trying to shut me out of it and trying to lessen my effect or lessen who I am as a person. And it's simply out of jealousy. And mind you, these are people who have more subscribers than me. If I was at 500K, I would definitely be doing a different style, maybe even upgrading my shit to make it stellar. I'd never try to control anybody's channel, y'all. Oh, the Henny talking. Oh shit, the Henny talking! Oh! Yes, I'm in Cali, Queen. Yeah, I'm in Cali. The Henny talking, y'all. Hold on, let me take this. Hold on. Let me take the last little bit of this. Y'all ready? Let's take this last little. Should I wake it up for about 10 more minutes? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to wake it up for 10 minutes. I ain't gonna do the real expose. That's not coming right now. But let me know if y'all want me to wake it up a little bit for 10 minutes. Put a 1 if you want me to wake it up. Or y'all want to go to bed. Y'all want to go to bed or you want me to wake it up? All right, now wake it up. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Oh, look at Jackie. She's such a Christian. She don't want me to wake it up. Nate, you're in Oakland too? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Wake it up. I'm still awake. I love it. I love it. I love it. Crash out. Yo, you want me to crash out? I don't want to crash out tonight. Not tonight because I gotta be very particular in the way that I do things. So I'm not gonna crash out tonight at least. But let me tell you, I said it earlier in the chat. I was gonna cancel this show, and this was gonna be a whole roast dragation going on because I and I know I tell you guys, hey, don't worry about it, just ignore it, don't send me things. But secretly, I want y'all to send me shit. Send it to me. I want to know. And I don't mean like video clips. Just tell me what's being said so I have that in the back of my mind. Because like I said, if I watch the shit that people are saying about me, it's going to have me go down that rabbit hole, and it's going to have me, um, saying and doing things that I don't want to do. AT2, you never had to use her name. You've always stood on your. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Callie. Um, I I don't know what narrative is trying to be spread over there or on those two particular channels, but I build my own shit. And I told people, if you follow me because I am cool with somebody else or somebody else told you to subscribe to my channel, you don't have to stay. You can go, bye, bye. But what you won't do is lie on me or lie on my name and try to make up stories. Don't forget, I cut y'all off. Not the other way around. I cut y'all off. So when I cut people off, that's it. Again, like I said before, no one knew what was going on. Now, did some people have suspicions? Yeah, because they see you sitting over there with a cokehead. So of course they had some. I wasn't gonna crash out. I'm just gonna wake it up. But they see you over there with a cokehead. Of course, people are gonna be suspicious. Like, wait, isn't that the same cokehead that be harassing AT2? Of course, people's gonna kind of question. But all I said was, if y'all over there rocking over there, stay over there. And that message was for at least 7 to 10 people. 7 because I can name them off at the top of my head, but it's a few others that I'm forgetting. Um, you know, but again, I could have named a whole bunch of different people, but a hit dog will holler, and that dog went roof 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 roof. That dog went roof roof. That dog is hollering. Mind you, I did not say put a name on it and say anything personal. But as I understand over there, and this is why I'm not going to watch it, because I'm telling you, we'll do a whole week outing them and dragging the shit out of them. I will turn my whole channel into a crash out channel. That's why I don't want to watch it. And I'm on a certain trajectory right now, right? So that's why I don't want to get into that. But don't lie. Don't tell lies. Tell the truth, but don't tell lies. Because the thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to start from point A all the way to Z. I'm going to start way in the beginning of the history. I'm going to go through the history because we have a lot of new people. A lot of people just discovered us, right? So, with that being said, a lot of people don't even know, like, hey, we weren't even cool in the beginning. In 2021, you cussed me out, called me a fat fuck, and that you were going to sue me and all this other stuff. You know, you don't even know all the, like, y'all don't even know all the history. Y'all don't know all the history. I can definitely go back and tell all the history because I'm going to make it make sense. Now that had nothing to do with Mims, but you just happen to say make it make sense. I'm gonna start from I'm gonna start from the backstory and go all the way back. And one of the reasons why I've been like I don't want to really get into all that is because I'm going to say names. Now, am I going to be bashing anyone else? No, not necessarily. But a lot of people have moved on from old shit and they don't want to regurgitate the old stuff. But I gotta say names because I'll be honest with y'all. I hate when I gotta tell a story and be all like, "Oh, this person wears a hat and they have a booger in their nose. They got small lips, and I gotta give all these descriptives and stuff. Like, I hate that. Don't you just be all like, say the goddamn name? Like, why are you giving me all these Blues Clues and shit like that? Just tell me the name, right? So I was like, just say the goddamn name. So with me, I'm gonna say the names. Man, don't wish your channel. What's up, Shane? You've gotten over 50K subs, a sub hump. Be proud of that. Many troll channels could care less, but you seem to be a genuine person. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, I don't want those Blues Clues. I'm gonna say names. I'm not gonna give a descriptive. I'm not gonna say plastic wig. I'm not gonna say big fake ass chompers that don't even fit your mouth. I'm not gonna give those descriptives. I'm gonna say the names. You so rich, but you couldn't get a motherfucking grill that fits your mouth? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. See, this is why I didn't want to do it, y'all. Now, if it was just like, hey, I'm upset, I'm disappointed, I'll take that. But now that I know that it's personal attacks, the gloves are off. The gloves are off. And let me tell you something. Little Crack Baby is never going to be AT2. And he's not an intellectual at all. All that, I know how to talk to white people, blah, blah, blah. He's not an intellectual. He's dumb as hell. Let's stop trying to make him the next thing. He's not. And he can't act for shit. Now, he plays a great role as a psycho. If he's playing a psycho, oh, that's a great role right there. You fit the bill. But if he has to act and play like an actual role, man, let me take this last little bit right now before we get out of here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's like, I'm not watching it really because I don't want the subscribers, which you should think about. I don't want the subscribers to be in the middle of it Because, you know, there's people who like me, there's people who like you. That's why I was mad at Nate earlier, because Nate tried to do some kumbaya. Nate, you still in here? I know you still up. You in Oakland too, so I know you still up. Try to get some damn kumbaya shit. No, ain't no kumbaya. Are you kumbaya-ing over there? Because as I understand, there ain't no kumbaya. Shoot. Ain't no kumbaya. It's you have a nice life. I wish you a lot of success. Hey, I ain't over there to control your channel. So, hey, do what you want to. I ain't over there. I ain't controlling nobody's channel. Shit. If I have 500, listen, nigga, if I had control of the channel, you'd be at 1,000,000 already. Shit. Like, I'm like, control. Like, what? 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 I'm like, what the hell is going on? This ain't it ain't 2025 yet for me. Remember, I'm on the West Coast. It ain't 2025 yet. But don't worry, because AT2, my star is still gonna rise. I'm good. My star is still rising. I'm fine. Hey, if I stay at 50K and never get bigger or anything like that, you know, it is what it is. The bait on You know, that's how I feel. It is what it is. If I stay at 50K and I never get any bigger, okay, it is what it is. However, just know that I'm happy, I'm making money, and you know, nothing's stopping me now. Nothing is stopping me. Never try to discredit who I am. Never try to discredit my platform. Never do that. Like I said, I didn't even want to take it there with people's platforms and stuff like that. You know, I don't even go on Social Blade and all that stuff because Social Blade is, you know, um y'all, I know y'all like to go to Social Blade to check out people's stats and stuff like that. Don't do the whole Social Blade thing. Like it's not accurate about the money and stuff like that. Like I can tell you for a fact, the money that they say that I make, it used to be way too much, and now it's lower than the actual money that I make. I'm not a millionaire, by the way. You know, it's different. I tried my best to jack him up on. Kokiana head. Okay, that one. You know, yeah. Yeah, the numbers are skewed bad. Yeah, don't use that. I wish you could play the Avatar commercial. You know what? For the OGs, I'm gonna play the Avatar commercial. If Usher give me some kind of strike, I'll just take it out. I'll just remove it. Usually they give me a chance to remove it, so I'll go ahead and do that for the OGs. And you know what? And since we're teaming up with enemies, shout out to fake ass Monica.
Monica, this is for you, baby. Miss Bojangles herself, allegedly. I know you're just an avatar, but baby, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you're just an avatar, but baby girl, you wear real well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they press to find ya, yeah. You might be a Grand Theft Auto character, yeah. Monica, Avatar. But baby girl, you fine as heck. Yeah, I know you just an avatar. But baby girl, you wear it well, Monica. You are the finest, yeah. Baby girl, they pressed to find ya.
Oh yeah, all about the tea is going to be in the story too. Don't worry. Cooter Brown, John Yates, yeah, they all going to be in the story. I hope I don't have to take it there. I hope I don't. And you know what the sad part is? I bet you anything, it's Kokiana Head feeding the information, but I guarantee they probably have not seen it themselves or anything. Because if they would have actually watched my content, they wouldn't have did what they did. I did not put them in any of my titles or anything like that. But as soon as you felt a little froggy, oh, let me go ahead and put them in the title. Really? Really? You made this a thing. It did not have to be a thing. I said, if you over there, you want to be over there, stay your ass up over there. And I mean that. Again, Miss AT Alien standing here and she confused who the hell we talking about. See, she don't even know. And thank you, Sharon. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No one knew. Now, there was a few of you the other day. I won't lie. There was a few of you the other day who said, oh, I kind of knew, but I think just knowing me, that's why y'all knew. But I wasn't out here like, yeah, screw these people, blah, 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 blah. And again, oh, when you're a larger channel, like someone told me, like they try to use this shit. Oh, when you're a larger channel and people try to, people are jealous of you and all. I bet you anything, we probably get the same monthly views. They have more live streamers than I do, but we probably get the same monthly views. Like I highly doubt they're getting like these astronomical numbers, maybe like a few 100,000 more, but I highly doubt it's gonna be something to where like, oh my god, they're making so much money. That money done been depleted, y'all. It don't hit the same. This ain't 2020. The money was good in 2020. Well, I wasn't really making money like that in 2020, but I mean, if you was a bigger channel back in 2020, oh, you was making money, and now the money hit differently. It is a huge difference. Huge difference. So if you want to know why people switched up their content and stuff like that, yeah, the money ain't hitting like it used to. So I need to pick me an enemy. Oh, Grandma Joy, this is a good point. I like this. I still believe if Shane hadn't mentioned those names, it wouldn't have blown up like blown up like that. And here's the thing: since we're not friends, and you don't owe me shit, I don't feel like Shane did anything wrong. Was Shane being a messy queen? Yeah, Shane was definitely being a messy queen. We ain't gonna lie about that. Shane was definitely being a messy queen when he came. Yo, messy queen Shane. He was definitely he was definitely being the queen of the night. Because now, why you bring your ass over here gossiping and shit like that? But they said they didn't owe me anything. According to them. So okay, you don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. And mind you, like I said, it was Shane. It was not Sean Atwood. It was Shane. So again, now I do believe that was the reason why this went down, because they felt like, oh, you're gonna have that white man on your channel, blah blah blah. It's Shane. Shane is literally the help. No offense, Shane, but you're not Sean Atwood. Like, you're just somebody who works for him. Like, you're not the star. Now, I'm proud of you because you have a show on this channel now, but you're not the star. They came for Sean Atwood. They came for Sean. They didn't come for nobody else. Just like if I had somebody else on my channel, they'd be like, who are you? Where's AT2? You know? But I definitely feel that, oh, you had this person on your channel because I guess the conversation was like, oh, you not down for black people and all this other stuff and what? Me and Nate was on they neck in the chat. Thank you, Ming. I appreciate that. Thank you. You ain't down with black. Oh, like, where did this come from, huh? And mind you, the same person, Kokiana Head over there, who is now, I guess, their son, Kokiana Head over there, don't forget, he called you black women nigger bitches. This is why he brags about being able to talk to black women. I mean, not black women, white people. And he's an intellectual because he can talk to these white people in Hollywood. So if we really want to talk about anti-blackness, let's start there. We can go down a long line of history. This is the same man who wore whiteface and called y'all nigger bitches. But of course those videos are private. But I bet you if you go to Danny Robertson, you can still see those videos on her channel. God damn, I might just become friends with her so I can play her videos on my channel. Cause a lot of y'all don't be seeing this shit. Like, y'all don't know the history. Y'all really don't. This is why I don't rock with certain people. I remember shit. I don't pretend like it didn't happen. I remember it. Because again, more than likely they did something to me and try to screw me over. I remember that stuff. I'll be all like, do your thug thizzle on your channel, just don't come over here. You know? Shit. So yeah, if we want to do like who's more anti-black than the other person, there's no competition. Like I don't even know why that was a part of the discussion or a part of the conversation. Like that was just dumb. Dumb. But yeah, just know who you following, you guys. And any misconceptions, you guys can ask me about it. I'll definitely clear it up. Because I know there's going to be things like, oh, well, did you know this? Did you know that? Oh, blah, blah, blah. All things are a lie. Listen, if I was a criminal, they would have my mugshot plastered everywhere. You think these people let shit like that slip out? Like they don't post people mugshots and stuff like that? Trust me, they post all the mugshots. Like they don't let that go. The only thing you got is traffic violations. Other than that, like, yeah, you ain't gonna get, yeah. And in California, you don't get arrested for, unless it's like a DUI. You don't get like arrested for that. So yeah. Oh, and my credit. Now, if you pull my credit score, yeah, that's when I'll get nervous. I ain't gonna lie. When y'all see that negative 300, oh, I think I might retire from YouTube. I ain't gonna lie about that. Now that's how you do it. But other than that, like, yeah, nothing criminal at all. Yeah, but all this stuff is wild. It literally did not have to be. It did not. This is why I'm leaving this here in 2024. We're not taking all this in 2025. We are not. AT2 did Diva and Andrea fall out with them as well. I'll say this. I don't know anything that happened with Diva. I don't know. Anything, and I'm not crossing anything with Diva, I don't know. So that kind of gives you a clue. I might know something, I might not know nothing, but with Diva, I don't know. But shout out to Diva. I'm happy that she's doing her own thing. Whose head? Who head? Brave. Who head? It's the Coke Monster always calling black women the B word, and yeah. In Cali, there's a lot of people who've been fooled and tricked. Whenever y'all in their chat or in his chat, ask him like, did you ever call black women NBs? Ask him. And I would like to see if the answer is a yes or a no. I would like to know if he tells the truth about that. Shane, to answer your question, he's a horrible person. Don't expect much out of him. Oh yeah, and make sure y'all still hit that like button. I'm giving y'all some good content right now. I think he said you allowed Sean to say that on the platform. Oh, he said. Or you mean Shane? Did Shane say something about blowing his? I don't. I'll have to go back and listen to that. If he, I mean, shit. If he did, I mean, oh well. I don't believe he said. I don't believe he said all that. I don't know. You'll have to ask Shane about that. Because he's entertaining, but I can't stand the lies that he. Yeah. Oh damn! They already broke up. Oh, because I heard Storm Radio was talking shit about me. I heard about that. Saying you say BET. Who are you to say BET? Did you buy BET? I think BET is still being sold, by the way. Why hasn't he bought it since he saved BET? Lion ass. You know how the old heads just be telling y'all stories and shit like that? And they just be lying, be like, yeah, I did this. Shit, that's a little dementia that nigga got. That's what he did. Let me not make that joke because my grandma, who passed away, she had dementia. That's not nice. I'm sorry. What's up, Marva? Happy New Year. Did you say that you were going to blow off the cokehead's head off? That's what he's claiming, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I would issue an apology and be like, oh, well, I don't promote violence and stuff like that, but you're not my friend. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you a goddamn thing. Nothing. What do I owe you? Nothing. And mind you, they have like little slaves working for them, like recording videos and getting chats and shit like that. And you're like, oh, this person say that. So if y'all blocked on the channel tomorrow, just know that they have people peeping who's saying what and who's saying that. But don't worry, you'll be welcome in my chat. I couldn't stand that the cokehead, since he first stepped on YouTube scene, way too negative. Right, Priscilla, right. Ray, I'm telling you, they got little worker bees out there spying. They're like, oh, he's saying this. Oh, he's saying that. They don't watch the content, actually. Just know that. That's why when it comes to like the celebrity news, they usually have somebody feed them the information before they come on the live stream and do it. Damn, I might have put just Henny in here. This was supposed to be the chaser, but I might have put the Henny in here. Oh no, I'm not gonna have a guest tonight. No, I'm gonna end the show in a little bit. Yeah, because I don't want to. Yeah, we don't had like long nights for the last few nights. I ain't trying to make it that long. Oh, he been blocked you, Jack. Yeah, because they be on it. Videos come. Yeah. Don't ever think they. Yeah. A lot of these people are smoke and mirrors. The Storm Radio guy is nothing but another jag. He likes to be heard and only listened to. He goes to different platforms. Yeah. He's one of those platform whores. I hate those kind of people. Yeah, all they do is like, yeah, I don't like it. I really don't. I am still pondering. Yeah, I still have not made a decision yet. I'm still pondering. Um, excuse me. All right. I'm tired of talking about the AARP crew, so I'm gonna go ahead and exit now. But Happy New Year's! We celebrated with the East Coast. We celebrated with the um, Central Time, West Coast. I'm probably gonna spend it with my family. I think my cousin coming home in a minute. Yeah. So I'm just gonna spend it with my family, and then I'm taking my ass to bed. Like I'm done with it. Hopefully you guys are off tomorrow. Shout out to the people who had to work today. Shout out to the people who work tomorrow. I remember working on holidays. It was not fun at all. Ugh, I hated it, but at least you get time and a half. Don't fall asleep for the West. You're right, right. Don't. I ain't gonna fall asleep yet. I'm gonna wait until New Year's and then I'm taking my ass to bed. But y'all be safe out there. Happy New Year's and do more interviews. Yes, yeah, definitely, Winnie. I would love to do that. Take a shot for me or two. I'm done. I'm done taking shots. I ain't taking no more shots. Take a shot for me. Hug your loved ones. Hopefully you get that midnight kiss. But I'm out of here. Deuces, y'all. We out.